What's good, Gathering Nation? It's your boy KS here. Welcome back to the channel. Go back to the stream. I'm gonna get some stuff set up. Still in the middle of that, but wanted to at least get started here. Sorry we're a little late, and by a little late I mean we're half an hour late. But it does happen. That's how life works sometimes. And I was actually in the middle of script writing and just didn't realize where I was at time-wise. So I decided I was going to finish what I was doing and then go from there. What are we looking at? 9:30? All right. Sorry, I have to get things set up. I have the game open. Just trying to make sure everything's correct. Do we have anything we want to listen to today? That's good. Question. I haven't really thought of anything. Really, haven't thought of anything. We don't have a layout for this. So I'm gonna have to. I don't have a layout. I do have a layout for this. I have to go to a different screen. And then I need my 3DS. So I can shiny hunt the Sablee of Slee. And we'll go from there. But yeah, I guess everything is running. Oh. It's like, what is playing? And it was my the audio from my 3DS was playing. I don't have anything really that I want to listen to today. I always find this to be the hard part. Is like, you know, what do I listen to? And yeah, that's always a tough one. I have an idea though, so let's try it. Just put my stuff on in the background so you can listen to me. So. All right, that'll work. Probably need to turn it down. All right. Oh, bonjour. Merci beaucoup. Je le veux de français. Oui, oui, baguette. Croissant. English only, please. Thanks. Let's see if we get a shiny today. That'd be great. We are, again, of course, hunting Celebi as I pulled out my 3DS. So, no, they both are going on. So if you're like, Chaos, what are you looking down at your lap for? It's because I'm also doing a shiny hunt there. So. I'm all right, man. I did something to my thumb yesterday, and so like messed up my finger, and so there's like a giant, you know how like there's like a blood clot, I guess, not like the bad ones, like just where it like covers a wound. Yeah. So my thumb is like, I have to press with the bottom of my thumb and not the tip because it's like on my nail. And so I have to like be careful about what I'm pressing and where I'm pressing it. It's 11:05 on the Thursday on my DS. I don't know if it just lost to time or what. It's 11:05 on a Thursday, and unfortunately, not a song. I'm gonna act like it is and keep singing it, hoping you'd be singing along. Boom. Pulls out the harmonica, starts finishing the song. Ba-da-ba-doo, ba-da-ba-doo. Bum, ba-da-ba-bum. Yeah, this is the last day we are shiny hunting, and then we will be, actually, we won't be live on Thursday. Haha. Aha, I have a meeting on Thursday, so I will not be live on Thursday to do our next challenge. That'll start next Tuesday. It's just crazy because I really feel like I'm not prepared for it at all. But here we are. But yeah, that'll be fun. for us to begin. It is going to be a little bit of a different one, a difficult one too. And definitely not something that I think anyone would really expect. I literally told you what I did. So I don't know what you want me to say. Like, I don't know what else you want me to say. Like, I can just make up a lore for it at this point. I don't even have good lore, so it's what it is. But I'm taking some investment into some of the things that are going on with the stuff around here, so that didn't update. I was looking at sponsorships and stuff beforehand, so I might be trying to start some of those things in the future. Although I'm never gonna like what's it called? I don't want to be sponsored by something if I don't believe in the product, and it's like one of the reasons I wouldn't have sponsorship too. I'm not like anywhere close to big enough for anyone to even begin to consider me for a sponsorship, so it's got to be like one of these companies that are like off the side and stuff. I have had sponsorships before. I did have a sponsorship for the longest time with Cinch Gaming was the company. I had to think about what it was called. It was called Cinch Gaming, and it was like a online like game site where you could custom build controllers and stuff like that. And I never got anyone to buy anything from it. I never bought anything from it. I always thought their prices were a little expensive, but you know, I threw it up there in case. But yeah, looking at some other things, like I saw HelloFresh was on here for a sponsorship. I forget what else was there. But that was the one that I've heard of and looked at, and I'm like, oh, you know, I could probably do this one, and I just need to really, you know, myself go try it and see if I want to do it or not. But yeah, I'm excited to be getting into a challenge run again. I have remembered how much shiny hunting is not what I do anymore during this month. A month is just a long time to be, I think, away from doing the other things on the channel. Especially like doing it by myself. Like I had one stream. I was glad we got one stream where I got to do a stream with Gaming Inc., who is a member of the channel and community and a Team Yell member as well, to help raise money for this event and what's going on here. So I never put the logo on the screen. That's fun. But yeah, it was nice to do that. And like usually when I do shiny hunting events like this, I want to try to get people who are going to be doing it too, so I can be like, hey, let's do multis. And mostly it's because I don't want to do it by myself. But also full odds is a little bit different of a beast than it is for method hunting. Because methods, you like at least expect a shiny pretty quickly. Like I could go this whole time and never get a shiny. And like I'm not even gonna get close to odds. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next event that I do, and I did sign up for one for May, so there will be one at the end of May that we're going to be doing, and it will be a method hunt, so that'll be great. And I have a thing on my encounter table that is the method that we are doing for that event, so it'll be great. Multis are much better for shiny hunting, absolutely. You know, the time goes much faster. You have someone to talk to. You don't have to try to like fill the conversation the whole time or anything like that. So it's great. Is Multi Mayhem ever coming back? No, nobody wanted to take it over, and I'm not running it again. If I am running any sort of event like that, it will be a Team Yell event, because I'm the event coordinator for Team Yell, and yeah, if I'm doing one, I'm gonna be doing it for my team and not just on my own. It was good while it lasted. Like I've been like actually scouring the recesses of my VODs channel recently, looking for stuff for my writing, looking for stuff to write scripts for the challenge runs we've done on the channel. And I came across those, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember when we did this, and that was great and all, but I think the thing is, like, when I was starting out in all those times, like back in those days, I had more free time. I could make more free time now, but I value my own personal time. I value my social life. I value doing things outside of making content for fun. And this not being my only resource of fun. Because sometimes it's not fun with those challenge runs, I'll be honest. They are pains in the butt. So I've valued that a little bit more, and I just haven't wanted to spend the time making those things come back. Like Multi Mayhem hasn't come back. Like I was approached about running a draft league because RGBL is shut down now and they're not happening anymore. So I need to find a new draft league if I'm going to do draft league stuff again. But yeah, we'll see what happens with all of those going forward. But if I'm doing stuff, I'm probably gonna be doing it for Team Yell. That's kind of what when I accepted this position, I kind of was on that whim. It's like, you know, I saw IC was ending, so I didn't have to run anything for that. I saw that if I was gonna take this position, I need to be in charge of running events, coordinating events and stuff. So that's just what it was and what it became. And I don't do many of my own events anymore. I only do events for Team Yell. So I will be joining in other events though, so I don't want to run everything. You know, my solution back in the day, you're waiting for Camp Yoha. Yoha is great. I love Camp Yoha. I'm excited to do it as well. Let me know if you want to hook up sometime to do that, do a stream together or something. That would be great. Would appreciate it, and then I'll extend that to you as my other collaborators as well. And I know there's some people in my stream team that do Camp Yoha, so hopefully I can get some of them. I really want to connect with some of them more because it was a lot of fun doing the stream with Gaming Inc. And it's been fun doing streams with any of the Team Yell people I've done streams with. So I had fun with Sammy, had fun with I didn't do any with Asha, I guess. Trying to think who else I did streams with. Slipping right off my tongue. I think, did I do one with Maniri Queen? I don't think I did one with Alexis at all. I forget who my team group was. I had Spence. I had, I think, Tom. I don't remember who else was in that group. That's sad. But yeah, I want to get some of those guys. Learn more about the team. You know, we learn more about each other by being in each other's streams and by hanging out with each other. And you know, not always we can be in each other's streams, so one of the better ways to do it is we stream together. So getting back to the streaming is, yeah, it's up to you, and it really depends on the outlook you take with it. Are you going to be like somebody who is consistent and wants to stream to try to make it something? Or are you going to be someone who more or less uses it as an outlet to share their favorite games or just play games with people? Because I mean, that if you treat it, depending on how you treat it, it's a great thing or it's the worst thing. Yeah, then yeah, just go into it. It's like, hey, I want to play, you know, Dragon Quest today. I'm gonna play Dragon Quest. I want to play Ace Ventura, you know, whatever. If there's an Ace Ventura game. You just do that. It's a good way to experience like content creation. Is there is, I don't know, I just threw a name out there and hope it stuck and threw it out there. But I was gonna say about organizing the events and stuff. I think back when I was in that time period of being younger, and you know, I ran events because I wasn't a part of events, or people didn't know who I was, or I wasn't connected to the community. So I ran events because my solution to all my problems in content creation had been do it myself and not really try to find outlets to do it. Like, I've done my own graphics, I've done my own editing, I've done I write my own scripts. What else is there with content? I buy my own equipment. I come up with my own ideas. All the things have been just done by me. And so like when I would do events and stuff, I wanted to get into community stuff. It was always, I ran events, I ran a draft league, I did this, I did that. And that was just the easier way for me to do it because I could do it and I would still be a part of it. And I'd have to go try to find it. But I think I've taken a little bit more of a different approach now as I realize that there's plenty of stuff out there. It's been really like, I don't know, I would say humbling is not the right word, but just being able to see the excess of just content that's out there. Like there's so much content out there. It's hard to make your way. It's hard to find your niche or if you're like really trying to do something with this. So I don't know, it's tough. And as you know, a person who has always said I've enjoyed this more than anything else. And I love video games. I have a great time playing video games, but you know, I realized that I've been doing this for almost 10 years now. We're approaching my 9-year anniversary. Most people make it by now if they're gonna make it. And so that just tells me that this is a hobby of mine that's just gonna be a hobby of mine. And yeah, I'm never gonna make it full time. And you know, one of these days I'll be motivated again to put some money of my own back into this and not really worry about it too much. But you know, it's tough to kind of do all those things now. Like I've put my own money into everything we've done on Twitch, emotes, those kinds of things. They have been helped and funded by some of the subscriptions and stuff, so I appreciate that, but they definitely have not covered everything. Like that includes buying games and stuff too, and yeah. So not everything's been funded by everything, and you know, I really need to like set a donation goal or something if I'm gonna like, I want to get more emotes and stuff. So maybe that's what we do, is we set a donation goal and like, hey, this is for new emotes, and then we can work for that. So I don't think I pressed that button, but yeah, I understand I'm never going to do this full time. And then that's just something, it was really something that sunk in a little bit today, is because I was just like watching stuff and I'm like, no one's going to be watching my content. Like the only things that do remotely well of my content is the best team videos, which a lot of people like because it's still a kind of a niche area of content. Like there's plenty of people who do them, but when you're doing the best of something and you disagree with everybody else who's saying it's the best, then you have a bit of a conversation that happens, and those videos tend to pick up. Or like if you do like the best team for, when I did best team for like XD and Coliseum, like nobody done those really. So mine are like the only ones you could find. So like I found a couple niche things, which are good. And then my challenge runs, most of them are pretty niche oriented. You know, I've been watching a channel that's been doing a lot of Paper Mario 1000 Doors challenges and stuff. I've seen ones in pretty much every game that we've played. It's not like it's a new concept or new idea, but it's just things that I do. You need to play Wind Waker, you got a list of games also to stream. Yeah, I mean, go for it if that's something you want to do. I just really like need time, and part of it for me is like I've stopped with my casual stuff is what I do on my own time. Or if like I want to do like a completion of a game, I'm doing that on my own time. I'm not doing it on stream. Unless it's like part of a challenge, then I'll do it on stream. But I don't do that on stream anymore. That's more of like my free time stuff. Because I don't like that. I don't want to be a casual gamer. Like nobody comes, let's be honest, those of you who are here have come from my personality, and I appreciate you. There are people who will come in and be like, oh, this guy's just playing a game, I'm not watching him, and they leave. Like, there are people who want the content, and you know, it's just hard when you're playing a game that everyone's played. So I'm glad because I'm bored. I mean, it's fair. You're entitled to your opinions. I guess I'll exclude you from my next statement, which was, you know, I feel like there's some people who, you know, watch streamers or watch content creators or like get involved with stuff because they find the people attractive, or like, you know, like there are people who are objectively attractive. Like that's just, they are. And I'm not one of them. And there's people who objectively have a good personality, and you know, I'm not one of them. So I recognize that. I can absolutely recognize that. Like, I'm average. I'm average, you know? I get by on saying out of pocket things and occasionally doing awesome things that, you know, bring you back in. That's really about it. And I recognize that, and I think everybody has to, you know, recognize that at some point. But I like to consider that the people who come into my streams and watch the stuff are actually smart people that aren't tricked and fooled by the system, to come and watch things that involve a little bit more intelligence than girl/guy look pretty. Me like girl/guy good at game. Me watch, you know. I feel like you guys are on a higher level of, you know, intellectual distinguishing and, you know, decision making than most people that, you know, think a little bit about what you want to watch instead of being like, oh, this is just, you know, a thirst trap, but a stream. That's not what it is. That's not what my streams are, you know. I probably lose viewers if I take my shirt off, you know, and jump in a hot tub, you know. Probably lose people, but so I ain't gonna do that. Yeah, I mean, you find your niche, like, you know, you get those people, you make connections like that. I understand that, Gaming Inc. Like, you find you like the content because you've connected, and you're like, you know, this guy does the stuff I like, and you know, talks about the stuff that I like. Whoa, I'm gonna hang out with him because we're like. Boom. No, it's called Creeple. You can create I guess. I don't really think I control that. But, you know, if you want to talk to, like, you want to put on, like, General or, like, talk to Beefy. Probably General at Beefy or at Tupa. Because those would be the two people that would probably be... I don't even know if I can make a poll. Let me look. Can you make a poll? Can you just randomly make a poll? I mean, I guess you could have the react thing, but I would check with them. I said, like, I don't oversee, like, we were having the conversation, I think last time. I don't really control a lot of, like, the mod stuff for the channel or for the team. I just kind of help with coordinating events and stuff. So I have a few mod capabilities, like I can access certain channels. I think I might be able to even access the Twitter account. I haven't done that, but I mean, if you want to be like, hey, I'd like to do this, anybody else interested, you know, I don't mind that. And I don't mind running one either. I've done it before. As I said, if I'm going to run one of those, I'm going to do it for my team. And I'm definitely participating because... But I know we had the discussion, I think, when we streamed together, that doing like those things that are over a period of time, like a draft league, are a little bit more intensive than... They're a little bit more intensive than just, you know, the one time, hey, we're playing Mario Party, or hey, there's Mario Kart tonight, or hey, tonight's DAs. You know, they take a little bit more, but yeah, I mean, I don't know if people want to do that kind of stuff. It's not like you have to have the same people every time. Like, you could, Like, we could create teams. It's like, if you don't have the time to do this all on your own, you know, find somebody else who doesn't want to do it. You can't do it all on their own either, and have them do it with you. It's like, there's plenty of coaches out there, which is what you call a draft league, the people who run draft league teams. There are plenty of coaches that have assistant coaches that are either in their front office helping with drafting the team, or they build teams against the coach for prep and mocks. There are those kind of things, but there's also, like, they have the capability, and I've seen it with many leagues, that the assistant coach can and will play matches on behalf of the coach if, like, they can't be there for a week or something. So, I mean, that's a concept. We just have to think about it, and it's something that we can do. I mean, in depending on, like, the number of people who haven't played before, I might just sit out and be an unbiased, like, I could be an unbiased, like, resource to people. And I could probably, like, still make content and stuff. Like, if somebody wanted me, hey, can you build a mock team for this? I'm like, yeah. I'll build a mock team and, like, I'll battle you with it. And then I can make a video on that. Be like, oh yeah, we had this is the team that we were facing. We didn't, like, prep or anything. Like, this is just me doing a battle over a mock that a little bit less involved than normally what I would do. But if you want to see it, !YT, check out the last season. Well, I was cooking last season with Draft League, so definitely if you want some tips and pointers, go watch that. And I can definitely point people in the right direction starting, so yep, that's all the fun stuff. AKA coach. Yeah, I would say be a resource, just not to confuse it with the coach of the team or whatever. So, do I still do commissions for Twitch layouts? I do, but I haven't in a long time. I'm trying to think of the last layout I made, Nico. I can't even tell you the last layout I made for someone. Maybe it was Jimmy when we did Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know if you did one recently after that, but Jimmy was Jimmy's the only person that I make layouts for occasionally that still does content. And when Jimmy does stuff now, it's just shiny hunting and the projects that we're doing together. So he gets layouts for free. Like, I always run it that way. Like, if we're doing the project together, I get something out of it, so you don't have to pay me for it. But if it's just something you're doing, you know, then I'm gonna get paid for it. But yeah, all that information is down below in the panels. There's commissions. I think it's exclamation point commissions, exclamation point layouts, exclamation point something. If we're doing a multi, do I get it for free? If we're doing, like, so, like, you know how Klong, Jimmy, and I are doing the rotation link right now on Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon? If one of them had asked me to make them a layout for them, I would have made them a layout, and I wouldn't have charged them, probably. Knowing it was going to be something we did together, but I mean, I think they did their own things. And ultimately, their layouts don't matter for what we're doing, because it is going to be a YouTube series, and there's a completely different layout from even the one that I'm using on screen. If it's a one-time multi and we're never doing it again, I will probably charge you for it. Like, if you're like, make me a Monster Hunter layout. I don't know why Monster Hunter is the game. But if you're like, make me a Monster Hunter layout, and then you're like, oh, Chaos, we should do Monster Hunter together one time. And I do it with you one time. And you're like, but Chaos, you did this with me. You know, you're going to charge me for it. Yes, I'm going to charge you for it because it's something that you can still do without me. It's not like an exclusive project, you know? That's a bad example because I won't play Monster Hunter, but it's an example that you can, like, supplement any other game for, you know? Like, if it's something that I'm probably going to put on my YouTube channel, that's a series we're doing, then I probably won't. So, You want to do blueprints? I saw, who did I see playing that today? I saw somebody playing that today. I'm actually gonna pull up a stream and have somebody playing it. I want to see what that's like because I thought I knew about it, but I don't know. Oh, I love the idea of that game. I might be actually want to play that with you. Because it's it reminds me of, there's a board game called Betrayal on the Castle on the Hill, I think is what it's called. I think that's what it's called. I know it's called, but I shortened it to Betrayal. I'm gonna look it up. Betrayal on the house at the hill. Yep, it's a board game. Betrayal at the house at the hill. Betrayal on the house at the hill. At the house on the hill. Jeez. Betrayal at the house on the hill. It probably is. I don't know. But that's what it reminds me of. And why it reminds me of that is the same thing with Betrayal at the house on the hill, is that you're opening rooms, and then once you go into a room, you get to you draw like a token or something and get another room to put down, and you're trying to solve a puzzle of how do you get out of said mansion slash house without being killed by whatever monster or something. That's the twist, like there's a monster or something that lurks in there. I would love if they made that a what is it called? They have this online board game simulator thing for like every kind of game. You do it with like cards and those kinds of things. But if that was on that, I would play it, and I would definitely want to play it with you guys in chat just because I love the game so much. I've not really played it too much, and I usually lose at the game. Mostly because I suck. Sorry, I'm resetting the wrong game. Yeah. But yeah, Betrayal is fun. I think I'm trying to think. There's a kid, there's a priest scientist, I'm trying to think the colors. So there's blue, the kid is blue, the old guy slash priest is white. There's a blue female character, a red male character, and I think a yellow female character, so maybe 5 or 6 playable characters. But it's a really cool game. No, it's this Betrayal at a house on the hill, which is a board game I love. And the whole point is, so you go in, depending on who you pick determines your stats. So there's like 4 stats. There's mental and physical stats. So like you have strength, I think stamina, and there's like, I don't remember what the 2 mental ones are, but it's like fear. It might be anxiety and like fortitude or something. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I've played. But depending on like what character you pick depends on that, and then like you go and you're exploring this mansion and you get through the mansion, and as you go you make rooms, and then there turns to this, there's a point in time after you've explored so much, like you can get like different things and abilities to boost your stats and those kinds of things. But after a certain point, there's what's called the haunt that happens, which means you've awoken some sort of evil monster, creature, or event to happen, and then that takes over the game space, and it determines how you win. So like the first half of the game is just like building up stats, exploring the mansion, trying to find things that will be useful, and then the second half of the game is some random event and you trying to either escape or defeat a monster. And the only ones I remembered, I've definitely played 3 or 4 games of it, but I only remember two iterations. The first game I ever played, I ended up being possessed by the monster, which was Frankenstein. And so he turned me into Frankenstein's monster. And so for the rest of the game, my character didn't matter. I was Frankenstein's monster. And because of the flaw of my character, which is Frankenstein's monster will track down the closest person and always go to them, which you have to follow. And they figured that out, and they've played it before, so they knew to push me off a bridge that they just so happened to open, which is one of 2 ways you can beat Frankenstein's monster instead of just like beating it in like a fist fight or something, which you're probably not winning. Like, one of the ways you beat him is by pushing him off this balcony / bridge thing that's on the top floor. And they just so happened to have me up there, and I was up there, and they knew about that, and they pushed me off the bridge, and I died. So I lost, and everybody else won. And then the other one I remember playing is, I want to say there was like a giant kraken that spawned in the basement, and it brought like 20 tentacles. And somebody was like, it's like if you fell into the basement, you were basically dead because you had to get through all the tentacles and stuff and get out of the house. And there was like certain things that would increase your chances of going to the basement or something. I don't remember. It was kind of crazy. All I remember is I died quickly. I either died or got out quickly. And it was just one of my friends sitting there for like 20 turns in a row playing a do I dodge or do I get hit by a tentacle kind of game. And they did last for like 20 minutes, but they did eventually die because you can't dodge that much. Like, you take damage, you take like physical damage and one of your stats goes down. You take mental damage and one of your mental stats goes down. So you're constantly playing a rat and mouse game with like your stats, and what do you diminish, what do you get rid of? And I think if any of your stats hit 0, you die. Or something like that. So you can pay the beefcake that's not very smart and then hope you just have to do physical tasks. Or you can play like the genius and not have any physical attributes whatsoever and, die. And I usually end up playing like the mental characters because I think it's easier to lose mental, which, is kind of dumb now that you think about it. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting game. Like, I play the kid and I play the scientist guy most of the time. The kid's like not strong because he's a kid, and not smart because the kid's like hard mode, But that's what this game reminds me of. It's like I'm assuming you're trying to get out of this dungeon-esque area. And you have to solve puzzles to get out there, but the movement of like rooms spawning is what reminds me of it. It's a house. It is a dungeon essentially, because it is an area you are confined to that you cannot leave until you completed it. So in the sense of a video game, it is a dungeon, but it is a house. But it probably is just a regular house. Just like we can call a cave a dungeon. Or we can call, a house a dungeon, or, like Pokemon gyms are dungeons. Technically. I mean, you can leave those dungeons, but there is like a boss at the end, and yeah. I think you go to a door, then you can pick a room that has an extra bit of a room with them. Yeah. Yeah, you go to a door, you open it, and then you get to choose like what comes next from like a list of a few options or something like that. So that's what I'm gathering. Which is exactly how you do Betrayal. Like, Betrayal has Betrayal in a house on a hill has 3 different like types of floors. There's a top floor, there's a middle floor, and there's a basement. And so like wherever you're at, you have to draw you take the pieces, you shuffle them, and then you have a stack. And so whenever you draw the next piece, that's what it is in Betrayal. But this one looks like it gives you like an option to do a couple things, and then of a few different areas you can go through it. But I don't know. You have a different conversation. Try beginning the Switch. I am not probably getting the Switch 2 right away. There's nothing that is coming out that makes me want to buy the Switch 2 right away. Like, I'm not interested. I've never been interested in Mario Kart after being an adult. The only thing that was interesting semi-near launch is Donkey Kong, and I didn't think I'd be interested in that, but it looks really good, and I'm interested to try it. But also, we've had this conversation a couple times on the channel already, and it really just depends on tariffs and how much it costs when we actually get it. Like, I know there's a bunch of people that are like, oh, you know, it's gonna cost like $600 in the US because of the tariffs and stuff, which it might, and you know, I'm not paying that. So if that's the case, I'm gonna wait until I go out of the country and buy one there. If it's not the case, I'll buy one eventually. As long as I get it before Legends ZA comes out in probably November, I'm gonna be okay. Because that'll be most likely when I do it. The PSVR 2. I'm assuming it's a PlayStation virtual reality headset. The second. I might if I ever had a PS5 or something like that. But you're playing Horizon, like Horizon Forbidden West or Zero Dawn? I mean, some people really like VR. I don't really. Right, because it has to be for like the virtual realities thing. I get you. I mean, like, I never really like got the idea of, like, I understand virtual reality. It's more of immersion, but I don't know. It's not really what I like. You know, I don't mind playing video games like this. I think part of it's like I have the ability to walk away from the game at any point in time. With virtual reality, it's like you're just in, I guess. I don't know. Playing Call of the Mountain. I don't know what that is, so I mean, I've never seen it, so. But also, like, when I play games, I'm usually doing something else too, so I'm not like fully just thinking about what's going on in the game, so. And motion sickness is another thing. Like, those kind of things always like mess with my head, like give me, I don't know if it's, I guess it would be motion sickness. But like, I don't know. Like playing video games in a car, you know, I get motion sick sometimes. Not usually, but sometimes. Like a 2 out of 10 kind of thing. But I also like would find something like that very disorienting. Just like if I was gonna do anything like virtual reality stuff, I'd want like the trackpad for like your feet, where you're stuck in this little ring and you can't really go anywhere. So you don't like run around. I've seen so many videos of like people running around like punching people in like the face and stuff because they're playing a virtual reality game, or like running into their TV. Yeah, you probably can only play it for like 15 to 30 minutes, I would imagine, before it's like, and you stop. But I don't know, virtual reality sounds fun, and I think I would enjoy it if I had one of those places, but I don't have the money to do that, and nor will I ever have the money to do that. Done. Oh, it's crazy. We played Sunshine recently. That sucks. It's actually been a month since I played Sunshine. That's crazy. It doesn't feel like it. I mean, we also haven't streamed that much in February. Oh, geez. What month is it? It's April. We haven't streamed that much in April. What I meant to say, not February. Yeah, I was looking at my watch time, and like my watch time is like half in April than it was in like March and February. And that's because just like there's been a lot. It's been a busy month, and I was saying it wasn't last week, but the week before was a very busy week for me, and I'm still not like fully recovered from it. I'm kind of recovered from it, but I'll be honest, I really just need like a whole week off, and unless I like kill myself another week on the grind, I'm not gonna get there. So there it is. Yo, Mitch, thank you for the resub. Welcome back into the sub club for 20 months. That's much appreciated, sir. Thank you for the Prime as well. If you guys have Amazon Prime, make sure you get your free sub in to somebody. Connect your Twitch account. You get a free gifted, not a free gifted sub, but you get a free sub with Prime to any streamer, content creator that you like. Feel free to do that. Use it here if you want. Go use it somewhere else, but just make sure you use it. It's a waste of money if you don't. You say that's the thing. Like, you need a week off to recover your week off. But the thing about that is, I would be better paced to not do that. Knowing like I really just need a couple of days, but I want a week just so I don't have to like be hard pressed to come into something. I actually watched a really cool video today. It was definitely of a church, and it was, I don't know if it was like the preacher of the church or not, but it was one of their leaders, and he was like standing there holding like one of those like high top coffee tables above his head, and the guy behind him was like going, you know, he's only holding this table up above his head because y'all are watching him, and even though he's burnt out and he's exhausted, he's still holding this table up so you don't think anything's wrong. And I'm like, dude, that hits. Like, that speaks to me. Like, I am in that boat, that I am at the point with my job that I definitely need a vacation. One, I don't have any vacation time, which sucks because I'm only given a small amount of vacation a year. But two, man, am I burnt. And I just need like some time to rejuvenate. You have your song in your head, and it's la 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 lava, chicken, deep like a chicken, yeah, it's greasy. Is it tasty as hell? I don't remember the lyrics. Oh, mamacita, now you're ringing a bell, crispy and spicy. I don't know what the words are. It's a lava time. That's all I remember. You're welcome. Yeah, it was really popular when the movie came out, and I saw there were a bunch of people going like chicken jockeying, losing their minds in the theaters, which was funny. I'm like, yeah, that's why I don't watch movies. But I don't go to the movie theaters to watch video game shows anymore. I stopped once the Mario movie came out, and I came into this theater with a family with like 7 kids. And they were all like running around the theater like crazy at like 10 p.m. And I'm just sitting here trying to watch the dang Mario movie. I'm like, no, I'm never doing this again. I didn't do it with Sonic 3. I still haven't seen Sonic 3. I need to. I didn't do it with Minecraft. One, because I thought, yeah, there comes to a point that they literally are just trying to make money off of things that kids like, and that's it. And I get it, but you know, as somebody who studied marketing, at least somewhat, I don't have a degree in marketing, but it was one of my minors. Like, I know what they're doing, and they're capitalizing off of video game culture, and that's it. You ever realize, how have you not, go do me a favor, next time you're like trying to find something to listen to, look up the band Tenacious D, which is Jack Black, and I can't remember the other guy's name for the life of me right now. It's Jack Black and this other guy, and they do like comedy music. And you're like, if you knew Tenacious D, you're like, oh yeah, Jack Black's an amazing singer. Like I knew that walking into, you know, walking into Peaches from the Mario movie, walking into, you know, Steve's Lava Chicken. Like I know he's good at that stuff, and it's like they are catering the stuff that he's singing to his niche. Is it Kyle Gass? I think that's right. I think that's right. It is Kyle Gass, yeah. But you go watch that, like they are fantastic. And like for some reason I thought that they did some singing stuff in Nacho Libre. Maybe not, but yeah, he's a good singer. He definitely could have like Simon and Garfunkel his career if he wanted to. Yeah, like musical duo his career, and they would have been successful. But I guess I knew him when I first, like the first instance of Jack Black for me was Tenacious D, so I guess that's just how I knew him. And then I saw Nacho Libre and I'm like, this is okay. And then what's the Gulliver's Travels? I've seen that too, and I'm like, he's not bad an actor either, but I definitely think like his singing chops are much better than his acting chops. School of Rock, I mean, a lot of people know him for that, and like if you've seen School of Rock, he sings in that too. Like they really, you know, built those together. Jumanji, I forgot he was in Jumanji. I don't think I've watched that. The only thing I remember of that is like they're trying to find, because it keeps popping on my TikTok, is they're trying to figure out their stats, and like The Rock like touches his pec and something comes out, or someone touches The Rock's pec and like his stats pop up, and they keep trying to get what was her name, Karen Gillan, is that her name? The woman who's in it, to touch her pec and have it come out, because they're sexualizing her in that moment, because why not? Isn't that like Kevin Hart's character's weakness is cake? Yeah. Yeah. So I've seen that scene. That's all I've seen. I don't know anything else about it. I've watched the original Jumanji and it freaked me out as a kid, but it's been a long time. And I think that was Robin Williams, if I'm not mistaken. But it's hard to find a bad Robin Williams movie. Like, I don't know if there is one that exists. I'm sure I haven't seen all of them, but from what I've seen him in, he is amazing. The guy from the Jonas Brothers is in it, I think. There's a sequel of the Jumanji with the guy from the Jonas Brothers. A guy from the Jonas Brothers. You mean, I thought maybe their bodyguard? I thought he did some acting stuff. Big Rob, or is that his name? I don't know. Awesome, Mitch, thank you for subscribing again. I think I said that, but I just wanted to make sure I said it. Appreciate you, Wall. I'm trying to like get that back up to the higher numbers. We've been sitting in single digits for a long time, and then you guys recently have given some subs and stuff, so I really appreciate that, because that's got us back over 10. I'm looking at 20. I think there is a in the, just like, I keep thinking it's the description, because I'm a YouTuber. I'm definitely a YouTuber more than I am a Twitch streamer, 100% in my mind. But there's a link below the stream that I think has the goal. It's like my about information, and then there's a little bit on the right side that says, it should say 12 out of 20 subscribers or something like that, subscriber goal. Which I thought is a cool feature, because then you don't have to put it on the screen, and that's awesome. Yeah, I would love to see that number come up. And I always said, like, if that hits, I'm trying to think what was this number. Well, it would have to hit. I was gonna say if it hit 500. I was gonna say 100 subscribers. That's not even enough. Wow, I'm doing the math based on subscriptions. For how many subscriptions I would need to feel good about my income from Twitch. Because no, I like, there's a certain threshold of money that I like, you know, to have just so I can live comfortably-ish. But, you know. I would probably, no, I don't. Yeah, I probably need 600 subscriptions a month. Like 600 consistent subscribers to even begin to think about this as a career, which is crazy to think about. I wonder if I could look at like a big streamer and just see what their subscription number is. I mean, the one I'm looking at, yeah, the one I'm looking at has 2,910 subscribers. And if I can do the math on that, I can't do it without a calculator, honestly. It's just too big of a number. 29. Let me get a math estimate for you. Dang. No. 2910 is, yeah, you're making almost, that's a, dang, people make a lot of money. I mean, they're making almost $8,000. They're probably making about $8,000 a year, $8,000 a month on just content from subscriptions, not even bits or anything like that, which is kind of crazy. And that is definitely livable, a livable wage. I think probably, I'm trying to think, like America, like minimum wage, no, minimum wage is not even a good metric. I think like most people would need to make about $20 an hour, which I think is $40,000 a year. Somebody do my math, correct me if I'm wrong, but about $40,000 a year to have a good, like to be like above the poverty level and able to afford minor luxuries, which is like subscribing to a YouTube channel or like having every kind of streaming service or something like that. Like that's comfortable. So that's $20 an hour, but like, and if you do that, you'd probably be making, now I'm trying to survive. You'd probably be making somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000 a month. If I broke that down correctly, yeah, because yeah, it's somewhere between $3,000 and $4,000, probably like $3,200 or $3,250 to make $40,000 a year. Like, so if that's like what an average person would need, and like these people are making $8,000, so they're doubling what you would get on average. You know, they're making like, if you, per se, they're making if you worked 40 hours a week and made $40 an hour, which is crazy. And at that rate, that's double what you would have in a year annually. So that'd be $80,000 annually from stream. That's crazy. Wow. That math's kind of scary. The math is kind of scary when you think about it. Let's get the hot tub streams. Yeah, I'll never do those. Like, honestly, it's just cringy. It makes me cringe seeing hot tub streams. Like when anybody's streaming in that, like the fact that it's a category on Twitch kind of concerns me a little bit. But like, not so much when like the like, can I say the P word on stream? I don't know. Let me Google it. Can you say I can't, if I Google that, then I'm gonna be like, it's gonna flag my search history. We're just gonna call it corn, because that's what everybody does when they're talking about the P word. But when the corn industry is as big as it is right now, you know, it makes a lot of sense that, you know, you would make a category that's basically softcore corn on your online site to try to get a little piece of that. You know, like hot tub streams are as probably close as you can get to being fully naked as you can on Twitch. So, I mean, without getting banned. But, you know, why not capitalize it on it? Because when it's such a big industry, you know, OnlyFans is huge. Like OnlyFans models make like, I was talking about 80,000. They probably make like 800,000 a year. It's ridiculous. And I don't know what's worse, that they make that much money from their bodies, or that there's that many people that is willing to pay them that much for their body. Like, it's weird. It's just not something and I don't want to shame anybody who's like addicted to that or doing that stuff. Like, yeah, I was a teenager once. I understand how easy it is to get into it, and I've seen a lot of, like, we had a lot of those kind of conversations in like health class in high school and stuff. So yeah, I get it. And with the internet, it's like readily available. Like, you can like insert name and then corn, and you'd have it probably. If they do it, you'd have it. Or their OnlyFans would show up. So, weird conversation, Chop. I'm getting off of this, but you know, when you can capitalize on a market like that, why not? And it's been something. Okay, one last thing that I want to say about it. It's been something that we've been doing for a long time, since like the 20s, because like they would have it in picture. They would have it with like Polaroid pictures. They would have it in They had it in magazines. There were images that were in magazines. They were films. Like, it's not surprising, like, once we got films, once we got the internet, that those things just became more and more popular and more available. So, moving on, so I don't get demonetized. I probably already did, but it's fine. I'm not making money on this anyway. I'm actually losing money on Twitch, so it's fine. I think I told you this, but I watched a YouTube video of someone calling out a weird hot tub stream where only she shows her arm the first 4 hours and shows herself for the last 20. I think we probably did speak about that. But it's like, now I'm gonna have to jump back in this conversation. But it's like, anything, like, you can use any part of your body to be provocative. Like, one of the things that was always funny to me, especially in middle school, and I'm sure many of you probably experienced this as like school dress codes, is like, they said that females could not wear tank tops with like the spaghetti straps, and they had to be like an inch wide, so boys would not, you know, sexualize a girl because of her shoulders. And I'm like, didn't get it. And then I'm like, remember back when I was a teenager, and I'm like, yeah, I understand. When, you know, you can place yourself in that time period, you go, oh yeah, that makes sense. But it's not that, and this is the thing I've heard a lot. It's not the problem that the problem is not that women can't dress the way they want or can't do the things they want and, you know, be proud and liberating in their bodies. It's that we are not teaching young men and young women, young anybody, to control themselves. So that is the problem. And it's definitely the problem when corn is available in one or two clicks. I didn't even see if that was shiny or not. Thank you. It is not. All right, new conversation topic. How about the Mets? Actually, I don't know anything about the Mets. Are they doing well this season? Has the season? It's April. Surely they got to be in the season by now. In the World Series, and like, it's not the World Series. That's poker. What is it? Is it the World Series? Is that what baseball is called? Whatever the big tournament in baseball is, you know, that's in the summertime, right? So they gotta be in the season by now. I know they play a game like every other day, but dude, that would be a crazy career. Think about that. Be a professional like an MLB baseball player, and like you have, like you're playing a game in let's say you're playing a game in New York, and then your next game's in San Francisco, and you have like you get done with your game, you fly to your next city, you have a practice in the stadium or whatever, and then you're in another game, and you rinse repeat that for like 3 or 4 months. That's one crazy lifestyle. And if, like I'm literally just threw out the Mets to change the conversation, so you can literally say anything else, and we'll get there. Like, I'll jump on that conversation topic, but you know, my I think it's because I watch Wizards. Because I watch Wizards of Waverly Place, like the Mets just end up being my de facto. You know, my de facto get out of jail free card when it comes to conversation changers. That's a good show. Oh, absolutely it was. Did you see the sequel of that? I saw that it was out, but I haven't seen it. Like I used to really like Selena Gomez, and to some extent I still do. I didn't like her. I never liked her music career, but I did like her acting career. And one of the things I watched is nope, not How to Get Away with Murder. It's a different murder thing. Only Murders in the Building. That's what it's called, where they're doing a podcast about murders that happen in their building. And that is, I think her acting is a little worse than that, but yeah, I still like her enough to watch it and stuff. I don't know nothing about them sports ball games. I know it's not everybody's thing, and it's definitely not my community's thing because I never talk about it. Because the era when I was a big sports fan passed already. Like I definitely chose nerd over jock pathing, like character pathing. And the fact that I'm calling it pathing, character pathing, and like divert and making that a divergent line is definitely nerd gamer related. But yeah, like in middle school and high school, I was pretty into sports. I was in the sports as long as I played them. Let's call it that. And by the time I graduated high school, I was out of sports. Like I don't do anything sports related now. Like I played it, like you name it, I probably played it. So, but like I was a big NFL fan. I was a big college football fan. I was a big yeah, I never really got into baseball, and I think I liked football because my parents never let me play it. So it's a weird like fascination of like this could have been my life. And I'm actually pretty good at football, but again, parents wouldn't let me play it, and I would have hated it because I didn't fit that culture. I know I didn't. So, whatever. But yeah, like I probably played. There's a time in my life where I was playing soccer in the fall, baseball in the spring, and basketball in the winter. And then the summer, I don't think I did anything in the summer. No, I didn't have any sports in the summer, but I played those 3 every year for like 3 or 4 years. Till I quit baseball. But I watched the sport to learn a little bit more about how to do it and to play better and to be better and hoping I would pick up something, which I did in some cases, but you know, I with what Mitch said, like I don't like watching, I'd rather be playing. Like if there's a football game going on, I want to be in the middle of it. I don't want to be on the sidelines or anything like that. So that kind of was what happened with me, is like I always wanted to be playing the games. And a lot of reason, like why I honestly, content creation is a lot of the reason why I don't watch sports anymore, because when I would be playing Pokemon, I would be having a football game on, or a basketball game, or something like that going on on my TV while I was laying in my bed playing my DS or my 3DS or my Game Boy. It's like really, and then when I started doing it on stream, you know, you can't be watching a game and, you know, playing a Pokemon game too. So I really shifted away from it. And now I don't watch them at all. Like I'll watch the Super Bowl. I'll watch the March Madness tournament. That's really about the extent. I love the World Cup when it's on. But yeah. I mean, competitive is an esport. Competitive Pokemon is an esport. The thing is, I'm not even good at that. Because all Pokemon is probabilities. I mean, honestly, it really is. If you break it down, like competitive Pokemon is probability. And then it's mind games. It's probability and human error. What's the, like, how do you deal with that, basically? So I think the problem with VGC is it's kind of exclusive. And you're like, what do you mean by that, Chaos? Well, you never would really think of VGC as a problem, that like something that's hard to get into. And it's not. Like you can build a team really fast. You know, jump into a battle with anybody online in the world. But to like compete in actual tournaments and stuff, that's what's exclusive, because they host them in big cities, and unless you live near the city, you have to pay to get there, to pay for your room to stay there, which is a day or two, depending on how good you are. Like, and you can't even qualify for the highest level of competitions without, you know, doing multiple tournaments. Like, I feel like it's a high floor. I mean, if it's your hobby and you want to try it, like, go for it, but I just feel like it's a high floor. It's like your one vacation a year is going to play in a tournament. That doesn't sound like much of a vacation for me, but hey, maybe it is. I don't know. I think that's one of the things that keeps me out of like VGC. And another thing is like how trendy it is. I don't mean like, oh, it's popular. I mean, it's trendy. Like with every new iteration, there is a different team that works. There is different Pokemon that works. There's different rules they have to follow. Like, it's one of the things I love about Draft League is it's, you know, it might be 2 or 3 months, but the format is the same the entire time, and it's over once that, you know, that league is over. It's not going to continue, and like there's really no end for the VGC time frame, in my opinion. Like there's no off season. There's always a season going on, you know. That's what I feel like anyway. The other thing I want to talk, looking at the screen, I see that the Gymlock promo is up. Yeah, the Gymlock is coming out over on the YouTube channel as well, Fishman YT, if you want to follow that. If you missed any of it, it is coming out. Same schedule as we've had before. I think Mondays and Thursdays are the upload times at 4 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to check out the stream tomorrow, we'll be over on the YouTube channel. If you're like, Chaos, you don't stream on Wednesdays. What's going on with that? I stream on the YouTube channel. So go check out the YouTube channel. We'll be live tomorrow with the beginning of our Fire Red, Leaf Green, Nuzlocke. Fire Red, Leaf Green best team up playthrough. So that is where we're going to actually start. I updated the wrong number. Because we built the team already, and now it's just time to go through the game and test it out. I am getting sleepy. Well, why? No, let's say. Oh, it's a puzzle roguelike game. That is what Blueprints is classified as. That sounds interesting. There's a lot of roguelikes lately, and not many of them are good, let's be fair. Stretch. You sure you guys moving around and stuff too? Oh, that feels so good. You have no idea. Like my shoulder is like jacked. Or not jacked, but like, I don't know. The opposite of jacked. Knackered, maybe is the right word. Jank, it's messed up. Ba-da-dum-bum-bum. That's what happens when you push. You push your little bits too hard in the working and stuff. One of my goals now is like to get back into working on stuff. But yeah, I wanted to work out more lately. Definitely want to lose some weight and stuff. And the reality of that is like my clothes don't fit anymore. Like they're not fitting right. And I don't know if that's specifically because I've gained weight, but it definitely, like, I still buy the same size shirts and I fit into them. But I feel like after I wash them a couple times, they shrink. So I had to figure that out too. To try to not make that a reason why like clothes are not fitting. But the much easier solution also is just, you lose weight, you don't have to worry about clothes fitting because they're going to, even if they do shrink. So that's the hope. I don't know. Maybe there's something about like washing clothes that I just don't understand. Like, I don't know if, I think it's honestly like the washer I have in this where I live is probably from like the 1970s. So it doesn't do like modern washers and dryers where they don't shrink your clothes if you don't separate them color. So I just assume I have to separate my clothes by color now. Maybe that's just what it is. That's what I gotta do. And I mean, I've been doing that recently. So, what it is. The other thing I want to talk about today is charity. Today's the last day. It's the title. That's the title says. At least my last day to raise some funds for Make-A-Wish. If you guys want to support that, I would appreciate it. We have crushed our goals as Team Yell. Our first goal is 500. We crushed that about 15 days into the challenge. And then just recently we've hit over $1,100 raised for Make-A-Wish, which is awesome. I haven't donated yet. I'll probably give some money just to contribute to the cause, because like I don't want to raise money for something and not donate it to it myself. So yeah, I've done that with every charity event we've done. I think we did it for every marathon we've done it, I've donated. When we've raised money for like Make-A-Wish, I forget what the other one we did was. Maybe it was Extra Life. We did another one with Team Yell. It was a while ago with Tiltify, and I donated to that too. But yeah, I definitely want to donate. So I will be contributing to the donation cause as well. I'd honestly like to see us hit 1,500. That's probably unlikely with just today and tomorrow left to go, I believe. Because it's January, February, March, April. April has 30 days. It's not 31. Because March and May have 31. So yeah, tomorrow's the last day for the month, and will be the last day for our collection, so I'll be making that soon. Which reminds me of something I need to do. I had to pay a lot of taxes this month because I started a new job that didn't take out withholdings, so I owed a lot, which is crazy. And that's never fun. So if you have a job and they don't take out withholdings, make sure they take out withholdings, or put it in a separate account and don't touch it. So I'll have to have a conversation about that again and see. I wonder if I could just like, take out a paycheck and not get paid for withholdings. That's honestly crazy to think about. If I'm really being taxed on, you know, one of my, 24 payments a year, that's a crazy amount for them to be taken away from what I make. It's just my opinion. So I think that's about, well, that might be about what I owed. But I also didn't know like what I owed and stuff because like I've had 3 different jobs in 2024, so 4 if you count Twitch and YouTube. So yeah, crazy. I love Kirby music, man. Come on, be pink, Celebi. I need you to be pink. So we did reach 1,000 Garatinas. I didn't say anything about it, but yeah, that's kind of crazy. I'm at 2836 for Celebi, so we probably will probably reach about 3,000 by the end of this, which means I've done 1,000 encounters on Celebi. And Giratina, I don't remember where we started at, but we've probably almost done 1,000 Giratinas too, which is crazy. I know it was like, I think it was 200 something, so yeah. It's a lot of encounters, man. 2,000 encounters. Yeah, we were asking to get really lucky this month. I'll be honest, we knew that walking into it. 1, it's full odds. 2, I'm doing the highest full odds that you can possibly do, which is 8192. So we are really testing the waters of trying to get a shiny. Sorry for the ads. All right, so subs, let's make fun of those who have to watch ads right now. I'm just kidding. That's a joke. It's a joke. I would never make fun of people having to watch ads. I get it. I don't pay for watching people stream either. I'm kidding. I do. I do. So honestly, $5 a month isn't that much to give to your favorite creators. It does add up when you're like 50 people deep, you know, subscribing to 50 people deep. Like, that's $500. Like, it's 200, not $500, $250, which is a lot. But, you know, we pay more for Disney Plus. We pay more for Netflix and Hulu, and yeah, we don't even watch all their stuff. So yeah, I am really excited though. I'm almost got my first YouTube payment. I will have, I think I'm like $8 off my first YouTube payment. So y'all want to go like support over on the YouTube stuff, that would be awesome too. It is nice. It's a good achievement. It's a good finally to have it happen, because that means somebody's been giving me money and supporting that. But I took a look at it. I took a gander and I went, oh wow, this is, you know, I became affiliated on YouTube in March of 2023, not March 23, March of 2024. So last March, and it's been almost a year and some before I got a payout, which is not that I'm ungrateful. I really appreciate you guys supporting. I understand like money's hard to come by, especially in this this economy, but I went, man, I'm never gonna make it as a content creator. And I'm like, nope, no, I'm not. Because the initial reaction is like, nice, you finally got your first payout, and that's great and all, but yeah, different times, much different times than like Twitch. Like we actually, my affiliate anniversary is actually in 2 days on Thursday, and I'm not streaming, which is funny. I'm not doing anything special. It's like I don't have time as far as I know. Do anything. I have to look at my calendar again too, but I'm pretty sure that we're not gonna really do anything special. I do like an OOTR or something, but I'm not that stupid to do two at the same time. So I don't know. There's nothing that really speaks to me, and like I don't have time for a 12-hour stream, so busy. We might do something else later when I have another chance to have some time, but it's at a really weird time of the year. Like May is such a bad time. I guess it was like, what, did I get affiliated? I must have been affiliated like May of 2020. Because that's the only way it made sense, because like I was in school, and why would I want to have an affiliate anniversary in the middle of like finals time, you know? Like right before finals time? I don't know. All I remember is like, for some reason I think I was out of school. Maybe we ended early because of COVID. I don't know. I know my job definitely like took a back seat because you could do things from home, and I was way more efficient at home than I was. Actually at my job, so that was fun. And it made people a lot better at asking for things that they needed instead of like, hey, can you come to my house and we'll discuss this? Okay. Goes to their house. Yeah, I could have told you this over the phone. Or like, so that expedited my process of getting stuff done. And maybe that's why I did it. Like I was COVID, like I'm like, I need to make money. I don't know. Definitely COVID. Man, I would love, I always say this and it sounds so bad when I say it, but I would love to go back in the time period of COVID. Like I'm talking early COVID where everyone's like in their houses, not going anywhere. Like that time period where, because man, did it make streaming and content creation so good, because one, you had time for it because you couldn't really do anything at your job. Two, I couldn't really do school because everything was online. You know, you just had to like, you could spend a day getting all your schoolwork done for the week, and then you know you had the rest. You had 6 other days to, you know, 5 or 6 other days to do whatever you needed to get content done. So it was great. It was a very, very great and fun time to be a content creator. Not a good time globally, but good for content creation and stuff. And, you know, one day, like they're going to be writing the history books about COVID, and I definitely hope they talk about the impact of like social media and streaming sites like Twitch and those kinds of things. It's like there are some places that did not experience like as bad COVID where people were dying from it as other places. Like we definitely didn't get the brunt of it over here in the States, but some like Eastern countries and stuff had it way worse than we did. Wait, did this game come out in 2021? It's crazy. There's no way BDSP came out in 2021. That's ridiculous. I'm gonna look at it again when we go through it to see if it says that, because it says copyright. Gotta check the Selby though. Bum ba dum ba dum. Yeah, it is 21. Wow. It does not feel like this game has been out for 4 years. Dang. Well, 3.5 years, but you get the picture. Hands cramping. It feels like such a long time. When was the last marathon? It would have been the beginning of 2022, right? This would have come out November of 2022. It's been 3 years since we've done a marathon. It's crazy. Jimmy, what the heck, man? It's crazy. Bum ba dum ba dum. Bum ba dum. Man, it does feel like time went by like crazy when you look back at like I feel like we did a marathon, like the 2 marathons pretty close to each other. Like I know they were like a year apart, but dang. I guess they weren't a total year apart. So we did the Arceus Marathon, and then we did Scarlet Violet. And Scarlet Violet, did that come out the same year as Arceus? It didn't. It came out a year later. So yeah, it was about a year, a little bit, almost 2 years. So Arceus came out in 22, like end of January 22, and then Scarlet and Violet would have had to come out in 23 then. Is it a year and a half old? That's crazy. Yeah, Scarlet Violet would have had to come out in 23, which would have made, what was last year's Pokemon game? The DLCs, right? Yeah, that would have been last year's games, the DLCs. I don't know, these DLCs are really screwing up my memory of like when Pokemon games come out. It's like, oh yeah, the game took a full year to come out because you have to start November and then like, okay, wait till both DLCs are out to be done with the game coming out. Man, like the DLCs aren't even that great. Like after two generations of DLCs, I'm okay. I'm like, they're nice for like bonus content. They are definitely not worth what we have paid for them. They're definitely not worth, like Scarlet Violet is definitely not worth what we paid for them. Like there's not much story, there's not much to do. You know, if I'm paying half the game price, I want about half the game worth of stuff to do, and I'm not getting that, so I don't know, man. Bum bum ba da do 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 bum ba do do bum you do do be do 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 bum bum you do do be do bum 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 bum. Dang, 2860. Do 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 do. I ran out of things to talk about, I'll be honest. That's coming to mind. Oh yeah, I didn't actually finish talking about the DLCs at all. Like, I'd much rather them spend their time doing another game than working on a DLC. Like, putting the games on a 1.5 year cycle instead of a year, maybe. Just like, the DLCs aren't, neither of them have been stellar. Like, DA's was cool for a little bit. I definitely think Sword and Shield had a better value for their DLCs. Like, they felt appropriate. Like, there was enough story, there was enough extra fun things to do, there were more Pokemon to get, you know. Great for shiny hunters, but I don't know. Scarlet Violet DLC just didn't fit for me, really. I don't know. Like, the buy-in thing was cool, but was it worth however much I paid for it? Not really. Fighting each of the Elite Four of the Blueberry Academy was cool, but yeah, I don't think it was worth that much money either. I don't know. I just, you know, again, if they're going to be like the price of half of a Pokemon game, I want them to feel like half of a Pokemon game. Like, give us like a half gym challenge where it's like 4 trainers, like we have to beat 4 trainers with new routes and that are on level with our teams and stuff, and or force us to start a new campaign with a, you know, like kind of new game plus syndrome where you have to like start the game over from scratch, kind of, almost. But they can take like your team and like babyfy them and like put them all back to level 5 or something. I don't know, something like that. Or maybe I do like Colosseum, like everything starts at level 20 and the game goes to about level 60. Yeah. I mean, you're still gonna have an advantage because you have like all your item teams and stuff, but like, do something. Dude, they really need to just hire me at Game Freak and let me like design their stuff. Man, be so good. Making sure like nothing crazy happened. Okay, nothing did. Alright, well, I don't know how much more we're gonna do today. I'm starting to not feel it, and I know it's shiny hunting, so if I do another 10 minutes, I did 2-hour streams, and that's 30 minutes more than I said my ability to shiny hunt was, so if that's the case. Oh, I have to change where I'm watching because the person I'm watching is going offline. So let me do that real quick. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, here's a good one to go hang out in. Yep. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see about like continuing on after hit the 2-minute one, 2-hour mark. I really hate to not cancel, but to like finish up the Make-A-Wish streams with early end time, but I don't know. I just not feeling it right now. I know it's shiny. That I've definitely felt the wear of shiny hunting on me from all this month and doing these hunts. I think it's crazy that we've done, you know, 1,000 encounters. You know what? Well, that might be a while to get Salavita. 3,000, because we're not even at 29 yet. Maybe I'd get Celebi to like 29 and we call it there, so it's a nice even number. Which is 30 encounters, so 30 encounters, 8 minutes, whatever comes first, which is definitely 30. Whatever comes last, which is definitely 30 encounters, so. Yeah. There's been a lot of changes over the years with content for me, and I'm here for it, but there is definitely times that I think I'm like, did I lose my way somewhere? I wish I could go back and like have the exuberance that I had when I was a kid. I say a kid, I wasn't a kid when I started streaming and making content or anything, but I was a lot younger. It's been, I said, it's almost been 10 years. And that's been a lot of time. Like, I still have some of my creativity and those kinds of things that I've been doing, but I definitely had more of it when I was just starting out and beginning. Like, I had so much creativity back then. Like, you'd ask me to make a My Gym video, and I'd be like, yeah. I've had like 70 ideas. Here's all the ones I want to do. It's part of the reason why I continue doing like the My Gym series with like of each type and stuff. But now it's like, like I still want to do them, but I don't have as much like ideas and stuff, and I really have to get into an idea for me to make a team on it. So I like the idea of us doing like one Saturday video a month. They are a lot longer and they take more time, but I'd really like to do at least 2. But I said they take so freaking long to make. And like the motivation has to be there to get them out. Like, I'm working on the next challenge run script. That's what I was doing before stream, and so I got caught up in doing so. Like, realistically, what I would need to happen is like, and why I ended up doing these videos about once a month is like, there is a lull in like the first week of the month for me that allows me to be able to make a video like that. Like this week, I've basically done everything I need to do for the whole week. Like I did that all yesterday. I guess I could talk about yesterday too, but I did that basically all yesterday, and that was kind of crazy that I got that much work done. And normally, like, I'm not even close to being finished. Like, at least the last couple of weeks, I've not been even close to finishing until like Thursday or Friday comes around. Usually it's Friday, because like Monday I'm busy all day. Like, it's my grind day, definitely. But like, I've been having to take them to do other things too. Enjoy your night, Nika. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Also, hi, head to sleep. Night, I'm dad. But yeah, usually like I've had to do some other stuff. Like I've had to take care of some other things on Monday that hasn't kept me from doing all the stuff I need to get done, and I can get it done. And this week I got it all done, and I was into some of the other stuff that I get done later in the week. So really, I have I have one minor project that probably takes me about an hour to do, and I'm done with that. I'll likely do that tomorrow on top of my full day of just... I have a meeting in the morning and a meeting at night, so do it between those, hopefully. We'll see. Oh, didn't mark it and didn't reset. So hopefully I can get that done and then have everything ready for what I need by tomorrow, and then I can have Thursday and Friday to kind of do what I need to do, get stuff done, content-wise. And then we're golden. But even like with this, it takes like me investing all my time, my free time into like getting the scripts and stuff done. And as I said, I don't want to make that my life. And that has to be my life for like 2 weeks to get the script done and have a video edited and all that jazz. Don't want to do that to myself. It's not a full-time job, so I'm just not. But I am hoping to save a little bit more time and be more efficient at things, so I hope that works out and we'll be able to get our videos out more consistently. And yeah, it's like I really spent some time thinking about like, what do I spend time on? What could I, you know, it's like I want more time. I'm like, I've been like, as I was talking earlier, I was like, when I looking at working out more, like when am I gonna have time to go to the gym, or like when am I gonna have time to like actually get a workout session in for like 30 minutes to an hour? And you know, I don't really have the time, so I'm gonna make the time. I always said if it's important to you, you will make the time to do it. Whatever is important, you'll find time and make time to do it. So I do want to find time and make time to do that, but I don't want to cut out the things that I like to do or that I have to do either. So we shall see how that all shakes out. I did not mean to update that, but I'm actually gonna take it back. Didn't see if it was shiny, because if I don't, then I'm gonna click it right here and I'm not gonna think about it. So let's not break my rhythm and just fix it. You're not shiny. I mean, we're at 10K. 10K. That would be terrifying. We're at 10,000. Is the same as 10K. We're at 100. We're at 1,000. So we've done enough for. We've done a lot for Giratina in this. We're definitely not close to odds. Like odds is 40.96. So we still have. We're like a quarter odds. Practically that on both of our hunts. I would say I'm like almost. You got 3/8 the way there on my Celebi hunt, so. Maybe 512. No. Maybe that's the wrong game that I just increased. It'd be 2,000 and something would be half odds for Giratina, which would be a quarter odds for Celebi, and we're definitely past that, so. Yeah, we're almost at 3,000, so we're a little bit further than that. But it's what it is, you know. I love that thumbnail. I always like the crazy ones. When Tui did Mr. President, that's one of my favorite thumbnails I made on I love taking somebody's face and putting it as a thumbnail. It's great. Until you did Mr. President, that was a great thumbnail. When that one's a good thumbnail for us. Remember the debut of it, you're all like, what is this? I'm like, don't worry about it. You'll see it when the video comes out, and I cannot wait for that series to come out. It's been a lot of fun to play on stream, but it's also like editing has been phenomenal for it. So I'm really excited for that. I'm really excited for that for you guys. As I said, I am planning on doing what I was doing with, I'm editing that a little differently, but what I'm planning on doing is how I'm editing the series on, how I'm editing the rotation link is how I want to edit my content for Nuzlocke and Let's Plays. Well, there's no Let's Plays, but for Nuzlocke. So I want to be intentional about that. And so once the series, once Soul Link is done live stream wise, I don't think it's going to be replaced quite so quickly, but what might happen is we go to one episode a week we might get one episode of Soul Link, one episode of like the Nuzlocke that I'm doing, so I don't oversaturate the content. Like normally I would just be like, yeah, let's just make another stream, another spot, but I don't want to do that. So and then the plan would be take the time that I would spend streaming that day or something else to really invest in like getting that done and like doing some editing and stuff. So but it's definitely easier and less like, the one thing I have to trick myself with when editing with Rotation Link is I have to trick myself into going, it's not that big of a game. Honestly, it's not that big of a, it is like a 3 or 4 hour stream, but I'm only really looking for about like hour segments or like 45 to minute 10 hour segments, or like till we get to the next goal. So it's not that much to think about, but it is kind of scary and intimidating when you see like 3-4 hours of footage and you're like, ugh, I gotta edit all this. And on top of that, like you're watching the whole thing through like the very beginning to, like I'm watching the whole episode, I'm watching all the things, seeing if there's anything funny that I can do, and right from the start. So it's a lot of process. And the editing takes like 3 or 4 times the amount of watch time. So like one episode for Rotation Link that's an hour long would take 3 or 4 hours to edit. Which means there's going to be more editing and there's going to be more time spent in editing. So yeah, that's fine. As long as I stay on top of it, it's pretty good. And I'm kind of developing a system. I like the idea I had for the system, which is I would, at the end of every week, like when I go into a week, if I know there's Shield videos to edit, I edit those first. Get them done, get them away with, because they are coming out more recently. And then, if I have completed whatever I completed last is what I don't do. So for instance, I completed editing a whole stream segment of the Rotation Link. So now I'm working on a script and a video for one of my challenge rooms or something like that. Now, once that's done, we rinse, recycle, and repeat the process over and over again. If it, and then the next week I'll go, oh, well, here's my episodes of Shield. Okay, they're done. And then I look at it like, oh, I've done a video for, I've done the script for a challenge video or something. Well, now I guess it's time to edit the whole block of Rotation Link, which does take more than 1 week most of the time. It's a lot of time that's poured into getting those edited. So that is problematic at best. Yeah, we have 4 more encounters, and then I'm gonna call her 3 more encounters. Sorry. then I'm gonna call her done. I think we'll probably get to 1080, and we'll get to 29,000. We'll end a little early. I know I started late, but I'm not feeling shiny hunting right now, and it's becoming obvious to me. And when it's obvious to me, it's obvious to you. So I don't want to continue to do something that I'm not enjoying. Not for a good reason. I mean, it's for a good reason to do this for the charity event, but realistically, we're making money. I probably shouldn't say that, but I would be okay to call the night early and just go back to editing the video. That's really what I want to do right now. And yeah, so I think that's what we're going to shoot for. Hopefully we get the Celebi or the Giratina, knock one off my list. We'll see. But I hope that when by the end of May, and we might take a break. Depending on where we're at with Rotation Link, I might take a little bit of a break with before Scarlet, so I can dual hunt for this event that's coming up, which would be nice. But yeah. All right, the last Celebi, it's not shiny, so that is 2,900 Celebis. No shiny. And we got two more Giratinas to get done before we wrap that up. So all my attention can't be on this game now. But I'm gonna actually put up my PBS. I don't know if I went through here, but my case is literally Pokemon games. I have Heart Gold. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I traded for my copy of Heart Gold. I have Heart Gold. I have Platinum. I have White. I have Mystery Dungeon, Super Mystery Dungeon, Omega Ruby, Sun, Ultra Sun, Y, Animal Crossing, and in my DS itself is my copy of A Link to the Past. Link to the Past. The Link Between Worlds. Sorry. My apologies. Alright. Now that I know where it is, I might do some more hunting. And who knows, I might find a TV show or series or something that I want to watch. And that become what I do. So, I'm actually going to put this up here. I can't reach where I want to put it, but yeah. Oh, I didn't put my charger in. But yeah, that is going to do it for us today. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you have enjoyed the stream. Sorry again for it being late, and sorry again for it also being short. But, as I said with shiny hunting, I can only get to a certain limit before I am tired and done with it. So I'm at that limit, and we won't shiny hunt for probably another month or so. End of April. It is the end of April. We will probably not shiny hunt until the end of May when that event happens. So I got it there. So look forward to that, and unless there's something that happens with the other stuff. But yeah, that is all I've got for you today. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Make sure you grab the socials. And do I want to go on a raid? I can go say hi to somebody tonight. Let's see who is up and around. I've had a good time in this stream when I've been there. So let's go say hi to a friend of mine from Team Yell. Mentioned them earlier. They're doing a roulette right now in Scarlet and Violet for some egg shiny. So grab the raid message and we'll go say hi to Veneer Queen Alexis. What they got going on today. Where are they? Where are they in my list? Why can't I see them? Yeah, there's fellow Team Yell member, Shiny Hunter Extraordinaire. You should go check them out for sure. Am I blind? There they are. So yeah, go enjoy them and go enjoy what they've got going on over there. Wish them luck on their roulette. Looks like they've got a couple of oddities out there. So yeah, check them out and enjoy that. But that is going to be it for me today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting us here and supporting our adventures into celebrating and raising money for Make-A-Wish. It's a great foundation. If you guys haven't done so already, please do so and support the Make-A-Wish community by donating whatever you can, whatever is accessible to you right now. Please help support them and support Team Yell and what we're doing this. Sorry, I had to go on my phone to give you that, but otherwise, enjoy the night. I'll see you guys tomorrow and on YouTube, so come check that out. Again, no stream on Thursday. I'll put that in the Discord too, but yeah, next time you see me here, we'll be doing probably finishing Shield. So, and I know I said no more shiny hunting, but we'll probably be shiny hunting. So, at the end of that, so yeah, come check that out. I would appreciate that, and I will be glad to have you join us for that. But that is all I got for you today. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Check out my socials, and I'll see you next time. So until then, my name's Chaos. I'm signing off. Stay safe, and as always, burn it up.